Alisa Fartunasa is a Ukrainian refugee to Canada. Her city was one of the first to be attacked by Russia. She fled the country, but her father stayed behind to fight. He recently lost his leg after a landmine explosion. Can you tell me about the beginning of the war?
It was a huge difference for some people. For example, in my case, I've just woken up on the spot because I've received notification from my friends, and there was like all over Harkiev, and some of them like, well, it started. Like I hear the bombs going on, and when it stopped in a couple of hours, it was like, what should we do? Should we go to the university or should we stay? And all the people was like that. Even some of the people went to work like regular because they thought like, well, it stopped. They won't go off again.
So did you think Russia was going to bomb you?
I personally didn't think that because it's 21st century, who will invade other countries? Like it's insane even to thought about that.
So how long did it take you until you decided to flee the city?
At first, because we was in the north, not the northwestern part of the Harkiev, it was relatively quiet. Like we heard some stuff going on, but not really. And we decided to stay at first because we thought it will stop like everyone else in a week. First, they tried to save it, as I understood, because they thought they will take it over fairly quickly, but they didn't. And they started to bomb city as a revenge. Like they started destroying my city. And in the night it was like hell, because the sky was illuminated by the orange fire from the missile going off from the plane.
So do you think they were hitting the houses accidentally, or it was on purpose?
At first they tried to aim for government place, army places, but then it just started to like destroying everything.
So can you tell me a little bit about your life before the war?
Well, I want to say I'm the regular person. Like I've had family, I've had friends, I had dreams, I had plans. And really, I was planning on staying in Ukraine. I really was thinking about my future in Ukraine. I knew what I was going to do. I went to the university, I could say, of my dreams in Harkiev, and it was just a normal, peaceful life.
Alisa's first stop in Canada was to Toronto's Pearson Airport. Okay, so can you tell me what it was like when you first arrived in Canada?
Well, it was a mess of the night because first night I spent into Toronto Airport with my luggage, and really it was just messed up because getting my work permit done and just generally navigating a new environment was a mess. And when you spend 12 hours in an airplane, your head won't work the specific way that you need. I liked the people. They were really friendly. That's maybe the most part that I've remembered. Like everyone was taking care of in people in general, even Ukrainians, others, they've helped some to get their documents done, ask a lot of questions, ask if we have some place to go, ask if we need help, food, drinks, if we have to spend the night or if we have somewhere to spend the first days.
Tell me about your first impression of Canada.
Well, a lot of people that I've met through all the countries that I've traveled, they saying that Ukrainians are really cold, and here there's all the smiles and they really friendly, open, and for me it's kind of like, what do you want to get from me? Like, how do you want to get stuff from me? And I'm like, At first I wasn't comfortable with people smiling at me because I was thinking that people want something, but in reality, just how you are, you're happy for your life, you have everything.
Currently, Alisa is staying with Ryan Oxton, a friend of her father that has allowed Alisa to stay with his family.
Can you tell me about the getting used to feeling safe again?
When I came to Canada, it was a couple of months when I stayed in a safe place in Europe while getting my documents done to get in here. And the first thing that was really hard for me to get used to is getting used to loud noises. We was living in the old part of one city, and they had like those cobblestone road, and if car was going really fast, it was sounding like airplane, and there was also an airport nearby. So each time we heard that sound, it was like, okay, what's happening? Like, we need a couple of seconds to understand that it's the safe sound. It's sound of people living, not the bombs going off or aircrafts coming.
Do you have any plans for the future?
Well, I can't say it's plans, it's necessity for me. I need to stay here to provide my family a safe place, because I can't let my family stay in Ukraine because it isn't really safe. And with my dad's injury, there's nothing he can really do in there. And the only thing that is left for me is getting settled in here and brought them here to provide them happy life.
Do you struggle with finding hope in all this chaos?
Maybe it's the only thing that we Ukrainian aren't struggling with. We always find hope in all of the places that we could. For example, in my city, they won't be putting like Christmas Eve tree on the main place in Harkiev when they usually put it. They'll put it in the underground, like all the decoration and lights. And here, I have a lot of hope that I can get my education here and get a new life. And all of us like that. We're always trying to find the good in our lives.